Now then, welcome back to another episode from my Patreon server. Da 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 da. Last Saturday, I did another live stream on the Patreon server and got a little bit done. I want to show you what we did during the live stream today, not just show you the live stream highlights. If you want the live stream highlights, check the description link down below, where there'll be a link to the VOD highlights on my Twitch channel, and you can go and check that out. And while you're over there, don't forget to give us a follow. One of the things that I've been working on was sorting out the auto farming of the various resources using farming stations, and I added on redstone, quartz, iron and gold to the setup here, so that it's producing and creating constantly the basic vanilla resources. And I believe these are pretty much the basic vanilla resources. Thinking about the way this is set up, I might want to change the redstone for the glowstone and have it on opposite sides, just so that it's slightly different. But I was using lots of glowstone for things, so yeah. As you'll see in the main setup, I've changed around the generators slightly. The generators are not creating anything right now, unfortunately, and that could be an issue. It's not creating enough coal for it. I think all of the things are full though. It's not generating any income of power. Aha, okay. So yeah, I installed all these capacitor banks and tried to set it all up, and now I'm all out of power by the looks of it. I think I didn't do enough. Aha, this will be why. This had run out of a hoe. It's run out of a hoe, people. It's got no hoe, and that's why the whole system has ground to a halt. But if we check it out, we should find that it all kicks back into gear very quickly once I add a new hoe to it. And where would I put my wood if my wood was gone somewhere special? Sticks. 2 sticks, and I guess that's it. I'll just show you this as well. I've been processing all the iron ore that we've got so far, and slowly but surely smelting it all down and sorting it all out, ready to store it in this new storage area, which is going to overflow fairly quickly, let's hope. So I'll have all the vanilla resources that I'll ever need. Let's get, I didn't want 2 stacks, let's just get 2, and a crafting grid. Man, I'm running backwards and forwards at the minute, because I'm doing all of my crafting and working stuff out into here, and then going back and doing other stuff later. What I want to set up is auto crafting of hose in some area around here. Maybe not today though, that's a fairly simple thing. You just auto craft the auto crafter stuff and get it all sorted that way. And what was the other thing I wanted to check out? These round robins, yes. I wanted to check these were export round robin enabled. Okay, important little fact, round robin will then mean that it'll check all of the available locations that it can deposit, and deposit them individually across the board, as it were. All of those will get independently deposited. Let's go here. This is the only thing that I'm missing right now, is the diamond hoe is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It needs to be like an unbreaking 10 in order for me to log off and it still works. And it looks like I've got no power for that basic thing either. So let's just go and grab one of these power cells to reboot the system. Gimme. Thank you. Just reboot the system with this. If I put this on the top, should power it, and that should kick off. Yeah, it started harvesting, and then this should start sorting out all of these coal bits. Yep, so it's sorting all that out while it's harvesting. Then those should go into these. Can I get up there? There we go. Yeah, slowly but surely going into these. That's 64 in there, so that's obviously not round robin did. Round robin on here would be nice as well, wouldn't it? Let's go with extract round robin enabled as well. So that'll start extracting coal round robin-y. And I'll divide these up a little bit better so we can get some more red coal going faster. Now, one thing I've noticed is that this takes 16 GP to make the coal into red coal. And I've increased this so that I could get through the coal faster. But if they're all running, that's 64 GP I'm using out of my grid power. So I probably need to upgrade my grid power system a little bit, as I'm using it for all sorts of things at the minute. But that does for now. Let's see. Now, does this start filling up with power? Not yet, so I need to leave that power running. But these are now slowly but surely getting filled up. They will start producing power again very soon, and we can fix that soon enough, which is good, because I'll need to put that back there for this next farm. The idea is that the farm's going to get connected up the same way as all the others, but this one today is on about setting up for the dye farm. In actual fact, I don't want it set up down here. Let's take it all the way up here. I've been setting these out ready, so I've been layering the room sizes ready, so I can quickly do with a... I think I've got a creative builder wand. No, we'll have to make one. But I can quickly lay them out and make each level, and each one of these is going to be a farming station from Ender.io. Then I've got a slightly larger area here, which I want to do for forestry tree farm, and maybe a forestry farm here that does something else. But up the top, we actually go across into the house. This is one of the things that we sorted out during the live stream, was tying this item conduit all the way over into the house, so that some of the things can get processed in the house from the farming system here. And one of the first things that I wanted to get set up to go into the house was the dyes. So I probably want to bring it into here. So let's set this up. I don't want to do everything on camera for you, because it's kind of boring to do it all in one sitting, because it's pretty much the same thing as I've done in previous episodes. Let's go like that. Yeah, something like that. That's about right. I'll check it when I do the middle section, and then hook up the items here. So as the dye sprouts, which is what we're going to be using, as the dye sprouts that are these things start getting created, I will then break and deposit the dye sprouts. Will end up going up the top there, and this dye essence will go into the house. That's the plan. So I'm just setting a farm up for these dye crops in the same way as I've set things up before. I may also set up another lapis sprout farm in this one as well, and maybe a squid ink farm, because those are also dye colours that we're going to use. So I'll set those up as well in this little section, so that we've got all of the things travelling through the item conduit, up the item conduit, because it won't be able to go down because there'll be no locations, along the item conduit, all the way through here, down into that corner. And I've actually put spruce wood facades on, so that you can't see them going down the outside. And that comes all the way through down the middle, so there's no pipes and cables showing inside the house. Down some more becomes here, which will be the new stairwell kind of thing, a new pillar. So I'll probably get rid of this one and put a stairwell in around here somewhere. Straight down here, this stairwell, and into this room which we set up on the live stream as well, where we're going to have all of the items coming in through item conduits again. So it's going to arrive here, go through there, and I've got this set on round robin, so it will distribute these dye essences through all of these crafters. And in the case of here, we put the dye essence and cactus green together, and it will double it up. So as I put a dye essence in there, it will take one and double it up, so we add one to our total, which is cool. So each one of these adds one to the total here. And when this autocrafter fills up with this cactus green in particular, it won't be allowing any more dye essence in, and therefore it will have stocked up. And when I come along and take a stack, it will allow for the dye essence to arrive back in the autocrafter and start autocrafting again. I'll just need to, well, I won't need to do anything, because I'll leave one there. I'll leave a whole inventory full of stuff, and then I will take out one stack to use, and the dye essence will come in to this slot and start remaking, which will be awesome. Okay, so that's the plan anyway. And the little visual reference here might not be enough, but we'll do something with that a bit later on. But first off, let's get the supply of the dye essence coming into the house. Okay, well, I've got things sorted, got things covered. I've got, let's see, those 2 back rows there. The this side dye sprout, that side dye sprout, and then we've got the lapis sprout down here. The only other one that I think I'm going to grow here is something else that I can't like grow from seed. The squid sprout to get inks, to get the ink. But I haven't got any squid chunks. I've been looking through, been gathering all the bits and pieces that I need and want, and I haven't got any squid. Let me go up and out. I need to go and kill some squid, but I don't know where there is any squid around me. I'm not sure if there is a good location. Oh, I suppose there's river running all the way around here. And then there's river by desert up there. So if I begin my hunt for squid down at the end of this river and hope for the best that I can get some squid chunks. Slowly but surely work my way down through the river and just kill all the squids. It'll give me the ink sacs as well. It should be one hit kill with this awesome sword. We got this awesome sword from B-Man's Quest. Sharpness 10, Unbreaking 10 with Mending on it. So I literally have a Sharpness 10 attack with a diamond sword and it dies. Yeah. But I don't have any of the squid chunks. I need to get squid chunks from it all. So I've got to keep going round and round here until I've got enough to make a few squid sprouts. What did I just pick up there? A broken cobalt hammer. Somebody just threw away and it's just sitting there. Wasn't me, but I'll keep it. I'll keep it anyway. Somebody must have dropped it on the way around. Yeah, so squid hunting, I will go and I'll be back. Wow, this is really tight for a river. I really need to make that look bigger and better. Die, squids, die! Yay! Finally. I got like 50 ink sacs before I got my first squid chunk. They're quite improbable. I've been all the way around the river and I've only just got my first ink squid sack thing, my first squid chunk. So they're pretty rare to get, but you get there eventually. I'm just now working my way back and I thought I may as well get as many as I can. One will have to do if I don't get any more on the way back. I can easily make a squid sprout and then just let that squid sprout duplicate over and over again until eventually I've got many squid sprouts. The amount of ink that I'm going to start off with here anyway should be more than enough just for me to set up the system, and then once the system's running I should have plenty coming in, so we should be okay. And then next episode I'll work on getting some of the other dyes. I'm trying to literally get all 16 colours of dye available to me for my project work inside this Patreon server. I need all the different colours. I need them all. I need every possible dye colour. Need it all. I could potentially do Botania flowers for dyes as well, but I kind of wanted to use less Botania and more other mods. Like, this looks like a cool idea. If only I was getting more than just one. I've been all the way around once, and now I'm on my return journey, and I've still only got one squid chunk. The squids aren't as many this time round, but still. It'd be nice if I could get more, and then that's pretty much the end of it, is it? Pretty much the end. I might have to make a squid farm. No, I don't want to make a squid farm. I could make like a soul cage with squids in and just pummel out tons and tons of squids. That would be okay. But I want to do it by growing. I want to do the forestry side of things and the Ender farm, the Ender IO farming station. I had the plan. That's what I want to do, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm about to come to the end of the route. And die squids. Why are you so hard to kill? Die squids. Still only one. Still only one squid chunk. Come on, be a squid chunk. Give me that last squid chunk. At least give me a second one to play with. No? Okay, well, that's the best we've got then. That's the best we've got. So I've got one squid chunk. Now, it should be easy enough to work out how to make this through JEI, but just very, very simply, there we go. It's generally just that. There's nothing big and expensive about it, but I get my first sprout. And then that sprout can go in the gardening section, which is annoying that I've only got one, because that's going to take a while. I may have to sit here with a watering can for a bit, just to make it work a bit faster, so I can get a bit more population of the sprouts done. Let's just put that into there and lock. That's where it goes. But it may have taken the last one. Yes, it has. Okay. Well, let's do it this way then. So I'll just quickly make that turn into that and put that there, and then that back. There we go. Job's a good one. Right, that one there. I now need to grow and make a little crop yield of. So come on, grow, grow, grow. All right. Well, I think this is going to work. I'm not sure, but I think it's going to work. These couple here, this should be inserting only what it can into there and inserting into there. Now that is linked up to all of the places. Why can't I look at it now? All of the places that can and will send items to it, right? That will send all the items it can into here, and it's locked, so it can't change the content. So all of that stuff will go that way, and all of that stuff will go that way. I might actually need to change this to a 2 block so that the sprouts that are left over when it overflows with sprouts start coming in here to get disposed of as well. Because I'm going to put a void upgrade on this to dispose of the sprouts if there's too much going in. But the lapis and the squid I need to sort out in here then, so that only the squid essence will go into this one to make the ink, and I can pop that ink in there out the way, and only the lapis essence will go into this one, like so. I'm making lapis, and I'll throw that into there for now as well. I've got some more lapis dye sprouts there as well. There we go. And that should be input only, but because it's only pulling from there, the chances are it's going to mix them up, so it could put the lapis in here. So what I'm going to need to do is make a couple of item filters to filter out so that only lapis goes in that one and only squid essence goes in that one, so that then it will just make the ink sacs and the lapis for me from the other farm. So that should be everything apart from cocoa beans, I guess. But I could always have a cocoa bean farm somewhere in here, maybe? Set up a cocoa bean farm in here somewhere? Or maybe set up a cocoa bean farm in there and have that also drop off cocoa beans into another chest off these. Because these are going to be covered up like this. So all we're going to see is the chest itself. I'm going to cover this up somehow as well and make it like a little unit. And then set all of these up. So we kind of got purple first, and I don't really have a purple. The red and yellow. Green's that one. Yeah, we know that already. Let's go with yellow in here. So put yellow in here. And that goes into there like that. And should have dye essence going into there like that. Let's put a couple in there. That should work. Yep, that's upgrading those. That's good. And then what else have I got? I've got light grey in here. Okay, let's do light grey. And stick some essence in there as well. That should up those. And then we've got the cactus green there. Dye essence orange. Yeah, okay, we'll do some orange. And this is basically how that's going to go all the way through, so that I can double up my dyes all the way around. It's really not very clear though to see these, so I'm going to have to do something fancy around the back to show up what they are, so that when I come into the dye house, because this is the dye house, so when I come into the dye house, I'll be able to see all the different dyes that I need and go and get whichever colour I want. And these two will be lapis and ink. I don't think I want to extract lapis and ink from it. I think these as a storage container will work. I think that will still work. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. And these guys should receive a round robin thing from here still. If there was anything in here, then it would receive from here. So I've just got to let it run for a little bit and find those other dyes that are missing and swap it all around. Get some more red dye and also mix it all up and make all the missing colours to fill it all out. Okay, the laborious crafting of dyes together is done. The only ones that I can't get easily from all of this sprout stuff, I mean, these will just keep doubling up because you get 2 for 1 in every single one of these dye essences. Just double it up. So all of these should slowly but surely double up stacks of the dyes and all that kind of stuff. That's working. This section, ink and lapis, should be working, but there's a couple that I'm missing out on. Now, cocoa beans and rose red. Cocoa beans can be grown on jungle wood, for one. So, if I put a jungle tree farm in there, not only will I be getting wood for burning, but I'll also get myself cocoa beans coming in. And I can just set up a little section there for cocoa beans to come on. To grow, well, no, to be stored in, should I say. But for now, I'll just put a little thing like that going on. And then put a container there. The other thing is rose red. Now, rose red can be gotten from... Did I just press a recipe on that? Recipe on that. Rose red can be gotten from the rose bushes. And we can bone meal rose bushes in order to get more rose bushes. So, and beetroot. Really? You get rose red from beetroot? I did not know that. Maybe that's even easier. I was thinking of just getting a bone meal. But I suppose bone meal is even better because bone meal is also white dye, isn't it? So having bone meal would be a thing. So I need not only a squid, but I need a skeleton sprout next. I don't know that I've got any skeleton sprouts or any bones even. Or skeleton chunks. I may have a skeleton chunk kicking around. But that could potentially be also added into my farming setup to make bone meal. Making bone meal will be useful for many other things, including feeding itself. Yeah, because there's a little slot inside the thing that allows you to put bone meal inside it. I do actually have a skeletal chunk. Awesome. What's the uses of that? Surrounded by normal resource sprouts. I don't have more than 4 normal resource sprouts. Sure, I got more kicking around in here though. These might be the powerful ones because they were needed. Yeah, powerful and ultimate. So the baby sprouts, we got some in here. Yeah, we have 2, 3, 4. That's 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's good. So I've got enough to start that off. Yeah, in the Ender.io farms, maybe this one as well, there is a slot for bone meal, so it can add a bone meal effect to everything. I don't know why that axe is in there. So we can add a bone meal effect into everything to make it grow faster. So having a floor that is a bone meals farm or a skeletal chunk farm, turning it all into bone meal would be pretty awesome. And that's run out of hoe. Doesn't it look pretty when it's all grown? Looks awesome. Yeah, that's got no hoe either. I really need to work on getting hoes auto-created and bone meal auto-created to make the whole system work better. Maybe that's what I'll do in this farm here. Making bone meal, and then I can have 3 floors of like foodstuffs or whatever else there might be after that. Lots and lots of sprouting, farming, multiple levels of stuff, and I think this looks like it's now all motoring. Yeah, they've all got 3 in at least. Yeah, they're all working through the round robin, which means that the power is evenly being distributed. And hoping that that means that these are now developing. We've got 500 and something going in, and at the minute there's no power being used because the hose had disappeared, so that's a good thing for one thing. And I did need to put that back. Should be stocked up now. Should be here. And it should be stocking up nicely now. This... With the squid sprouts, it's not ejecting right now, so that must mean that I've got the export on the bottom of the farm not set up right yet. So let's go with, nope, not that. That one, And let's extract on green. There we go. That should start pulling everything out. Let's check. Is it pulling everything out? Yes, it is. Okay, and it's got a space to put it. Let's hope it is putting it into here. I'll probably not race it. I'll probably not be able to beat it there to find out if it's working or not. But let's see. The sprouts are going up. The lapis essence 3, squid essence 4 is going up there. That's good. So this now needs to extract with a redstone signal, and that's pulling all that lot out. Yes. It's also pulling out these sprouts, though, as I expected. So the filter of this system is all that's left to do, really. Filtration of the system is all that's left to do, and that's working. Set up the bone meal to start doing that kind of thing, so I'll always have some bone meal on hand. And then set up a rose red, just a bush in here, I guess. Just a rose bush in here that I can use bone meal on to generate rose red whenever I need it. Because you can't copy it for some reason using that stuff. But that's cool. That's it. This is the dye house, and I've nearly completed it. Nearly completed it. I will have all of the colours for all of the different block choices. I'll be able to dye all my clay. I'll be able to dye all my glass. I'll be able to dye all my blocks. I will be able to have all of the colours of wool and everything just from this dye house being set up. I could have done things a lot different. I could have done things easier. But I wanted to make this something of a project. And I've enjoyed doing it. And now I've just got to do those finishing touches, which I'll probably do between now and next episode. So thank you all very, very much for watching. I will see you in the next Patreon server episode very soon.